Hello, everybody. So I'm using a different computer and it might not be just perfectly right, but I am at this amazing seminar this weekend. And one of the things that I talked about is how can you get into real estate with little or no money down? So I think everybody has heard my story, and I pretty much started with $500. Here's some of the pointers that I can share with you on how you can get started. So number one is the really basic. You find the property you want to invest, whether it's a flip or a rental, and you get a loan. Now, if you don't qualify for like a paper, and by a paper I mean like a loan that you would get from the bank. If you don't qualify for that, you can get a hard money loan. So those are loans basically for investors. And nowadays it's great because they'll have loans for rental properties, but they'll also have loans for flips. And back in the time when I started, I think the majority was more flips. Now they have loans for rental properties. But usually when it comes to those kind of loans, then you still have a gap. They'll lend you up to a certain amount, and then you still have to come in with some money. Even some of them, depending on the lender, they'll give you all the money to rehab it, but usually you still need to come up with a certain amount of money. So if you don't have it, how do you come up with it? You partner up. You can partner up with another person. If they have the money, so you can either partner up for your gap or bridge, whatever you want to call it. That's the difference that you need to come up with, or for the whole project. Another person may have enough funds to do the whole project. So partnering up is like the most basic way of coming up with how to get in with no money down. I had to get a little bit more creative than that. So what did I do? Many things. One of the things was I leveraged my time. So, and you hear me talking a lot of the times, you either have the time or the money. If you have the money, then the other person's usually doing the majority of the work, and vice versa, right? So I would go to people and I would find out what is it that they needed in their business. If they were investors, obviously they were investors. I wanted to have them do owner finance me a property, but I still had to come up with down payment. And guess what? I only had $500, so I had to get clever with that. With that, what do they need? Do you need somebody to go find you properties? Do you need help managing something? You need to find out what the other person needs. Some people they want the passive income coming in, but they just don't want to be landlords. So by them doing, if you help them any area that they need, that's your leverage to be able to get in. Another one, as I talked about, they might not want to be landlords, but they like that passive income. So owner financing, okay? And find sellers. Like I did my very first apartment complex. I got with zero money down. How did I do that? It was an out-of-state seller that he was done. The manager they had in that complex was not doing a good job at all. So he just wanted to get rid of it. He heard I was doing another apartment for somebody else. I was learning how to do apartments. And he heard about me because I did such a great job in that apartment that he wanted me to go to his apartment, bring it up so he can sell it. Well, I started going in there, and then I did my analysis, and we realized certain stuff his property manager was not telling him. So bottom line, he was just like done. And he wanted to get rid of it. So I said, well, I want it. That's exactly what I'm looking for, but I don't have any money. So we agreed, and this is where being creative comes up, it's very handy. We agreed that I would do a lease option to buy for 1 year, and it was just so he can see that I could make the payments, that I was committed to the project, and I would make the payments to him. After the year, if I made all my payments on time, he would just put it on under my name, and then it would be my property. That is a great way. Find those kinds of sellers, right? Where do you find those kinds of sellers? So unless you have the money, you will have a little bit more work to do. But I was on a mission and I was committed to do it no matter what. Failure was not an option. It was wit. I did whatever it took. So how do you do that? One good one that I said was courthouse. Where are you going to find fed up landlords? Perfect example at the courthouse, right? Courthouse would be one. They come out all frustrated with the whole eviction. That's your timing to go talk to them. UPS. You can have UPS or post office, mailmen. They know everything that's going on, right? So those are little ways to, and mailmen, they know everything. They know what kind of mail you're getting, vice versa. They know what kind of mail somebody else is getting. So maybe somebody might be losing their property and you can come in, take over that payments. The only trick to that is if they're losing their property, they're behind on payments. So you need to bring that account current. So now if you don't have the money, what do? You partner up with somebody. Or there's so many other ways to come up with whatever it is that you need. One of the things I always tell people is, and most of you know that I've been a single mom majority of my daughter's life. And every time she joined a sport, she joined anything, all that stuff cost a lot of money. And that was on a major budget. So I did wit. I did whatever it took so she could have her uniform. She could go on her field trip. She would do whatever she needed, she got. That same ambition that it took from me to go and get that uniform, to go have the money for her field trip, that's the same ambition you need. So the first thing you need to do is your mindset. You need to have the correct mindset, and the rest is easy. You just go after it and just do it. You get off the couch, off the table, not the table, I hope you're not on the table, off the chair, and you just go do it. So there's many different ways of, getting into deals. Will it be a little bit more work for you? Yes. I'm not going to lie, it's more work, but you can get in with little or nothing down. And I hope that helps, because I did it, and there's nothing different than from me to you. So if you're looking for a mentor, surround yourself around, people that know. If you're looking for a mentor, you can reach me at www.vickyscatini.com, and it's Vicky, V-I-C-K-Y, Scatini, think about it, schedule, S-C-H-E-T-T-I-N-I. You can also reach me at 601-202-VICKY. All right. Well, I hope you have an amazing day, and give me feedback on what it is that you want to hear about, so then I can talk about that a little bit more. Okay. Have an amazing day.